Damn it! Why won't you just work? Damn you!
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to the radio.
Because doing that will make it work. You know, if you did talk to me once in a while, things might be a little better. It's called communication. But please don't talk to me the way you talk to the radio.
I wouldn't. So you want to talk now?
What else have we got to do?
You sure about what you heard?
About what's happening out there? Yes.
Tell me everything again.
I've already told you, George, twice. It's called communication.
I figure whatever will keep us talking, right? I don't need you slamming the door on me again because you overcooked the eggs one more time. And if you're worried about time, it's not like we're going anywhere for a while. Especially if things are as bad as you say.
I was ironing clothes, listening to the Stu Phillips show. He said there had been a spill at the chemical plant up on the hill, and toxins were spreading through the air. He said there were reports that people were being affected by it.
I don't know what kind of gas it is.
He said there was a report it was some kind of nerve gas, but you can't see it or smell it.
You didn't say anything like that before.
You didn't ask.
It's called communication. We're just going to end up destroying ourselves.
What?
I've been saying it for years. I knew that idea of putting that plant up on the hill was no good right from the start. I tried to tell them at the town meeting and no one listened to me. Now we're paying the price. It's like no one realizes the effect they have on other things. We have an effect on the environment, we have an effect on each other, and no one's having any regard for the things that matter. We just don't. We're going to end up destroying ourselves.
Oh, dear God.
No, it's horrible, isn't it?
No, I think I left the iron on.
Well, it's not like you can just go and turn it off right now. I wonder if this outlet is working. Emily.
What is it, George?
You're going to have to try and forget about that iron you so irresponsibly left on.
What? Oh, dear God. Is that...
There's a telescope over there. Bring it over.
Why do you insist on playing?
I'd like to.
And you would give up teaching music history at the Institute to play the keyboard?
In a heartbeat.
But George, you're really good at teaching.
It's a hobby. I enjoy it. It helps me think.
Is that what you do when you come out here? I noticed you've come out here a lot lately. You come here to think?
And play.
What do you think about?
I think it would have been a good idea if I didn't use the hammer to fix that outlet, because now we'd have power and we could listen to the radio.
That's not what I meant. Do you ever think about us when you're out here playing by yourself?
You know the answer to that. And I knew what you were asking.
I wonder how many people have died.
Who knows? There's people out there all the time. They're working in their yards. Kids are running around. People are walking on the sidewalk. Who knows? After this is over, we may be the only two left.
And Stu Phillips.
And Stu Phillips.
Do you think we'll make it?
Maybe. The key is to still be alive when it's over. Poor Ray and Moira. I wonder if it's fast and easy or slow and painful.
Now there's a cheerful thought.
What's happened to us?
I think it's been a lot of things over a lot of years. I love that you took your love of music and became a professor. You're wonderful with your students. But now you want to give it all up to become a rock star.
I don't want to be a rock star.
You don't look at me the way you used to. You don't surprise me anymore.
What about Valentine's Day? I took you to that new Greek restaurant. You loved the food.
Yes, I did, but I knew you were planning something. George, you have become so predictable.
Well, it was Valentine's Day. Of course I was planning something. Can you imagine the shitstorm I'd be going through right now if I hadn't have done something?
Sometimes I would give anything if you would do something to surprise me, to make me feel that rush again. That rush that makes me believe I could never live without you.
What about my music? That was a decision that must have surprised you. That's a risk I'm taking.
Not a very smart one. I want to feel that rush again, but not at the expense of being upset with you all the time.
You know, once again, this just seems like you're giving up.
Haven't we already?
I haven't.
George, let's face it. You and I, we're just different colors.
Well, I can't help it if I'm half Irish, and you can't even notice the
George,
fact.
that's not what I meant. Do you remember last summer when we went to the state fair and we saw that lady who reads auras? You remember? She took one look at you and said you were the color blue. Peaceful, at ease. You've always been very contented with the way you are, and that's fine. And she looked at me and said I was red.
Right, red, excitable, always on the move.
We're just different.
Oh, come on. You're going to let some lady who dresses up like a genie and reads auras for 50 cents a head have some say in our relationship? And if I remember, she had an eye patch, which means she only has one good eye.
George, earlier when you were talking about destroying ourselves, I didn't think you were talking about what was happening out there. I thought you meant us, and I believed you were right.
Emily, this is our marriage. It is what it is. No, it's not perfect, but what relationship is? Come here.
George, I have to tell you something. I haven't taken my medicine today. I'm not feeling well.
Where's your syringe?
It's on the kitchen counter.
What are we going to do? Look, maybe this is over. Maybe the poison gas is gone.
How do we know if it is?
I could hold my breath. It's not that far.
You can still absorb it.
You can? There's got to be a way to know.